We are live.
Sweet.
Did you share your screen?
I thought I did. There we go. Sweet.
Cool.
See the live.
Okay, so Adam, how's it going?
I'm good. Good.
What do you want to do today?
I want to try making an app where people can experience storytelling in a more immersive way.
Cool. And how did you get that idea?
Funny enough, like it was just being in this rumor, and now like I do something called live journalism and immersive storytelling. I use live stages with real people, like face-to-face stuff. And I've been trying to find ways that we can make that kind of intimate experience of being in a room or being in a venue and make it something you can still feel on like on your phone. So right now we're kind of playing around, and I want to see if there's a way I could put it into like an app experience, maybe something similar to like using the Calm app or something, or yeah, something like that.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah, so let me just check out what that experience kind of looks like on Calm. Look at some screenshots. Okay, so you get on here and you have like, it's sort of like, looks almost like a podcast.
Yeah, and you can see like the first thing you do, like when you enter into the app, it like it already has this sort of like, it says like take a deep breath,
Right.
and then the first thing you see is just like a picture of like, I think this is like Banff or something like that. So it's just kind of like, oh, you're in here to kind of like feel like you're breathing in somewhere and like kind of ready to be calm.
Yeah, and I love that.
Yeah.
I love the design overall. Like this is something that probably someone spent a lot of time on figuring out how to get this design just.
Yeah,
just
well, I know
right.
Calm is valued at like $2 billion right now or something.
Just shows what a good UI can do.
Yeah.
And then probably they have pretty good content as well.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's pretty generic, like meditation content, right? For us, it's like, I feel like, right here with Calm, what they're trying to do is they make people feel relaxed. They make people, meditate so they can process maybe anxiety or stress or different things, or like just feel stillness. They also have like sleep stuff where it's like, here's some stories to make you fall asleep. And so I think maybe there's an opportunity where like it's as immersive, but instead of just feeling more relaxed or calm or sleepy, you could feel cathartic feeling of joy or sadness or anger, or just caught up in the different emotions that we sometimes try to avoid when we're going onto our other apps. Maybe this is a place to kind of like engage with them in an interesting way. I don't know how, but yeah, it'd be a good way to try.
So I just got an idea just now. There's a whiteboard.
Yeah.
So let me grab that.
Cool. And this is recording on StreamYard or on YouTube?
Both.
Okay, sweet. Need a hand?
I literally just thought of this.
Okay.
And I was like,
let's give it a try.
Actually, I think this is gonna knock
out pretty cool.
Some of the lights. But if we can get this in the camera,
yeah,
this is gonna be a great.
Yeah, that already looks great.
Okay, wait. Should I?
I think pushing it back a little bit is good.
Yeah, there's a light right there.
Yeah, that's all good. I think that makes sense. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. And then I will. Zoop. Okay, perfect. Yeah, perfect. So. Here. Okay. Creative master.
Yeah. So
because really it's not just about the tech right now, it's really about the experience, right?
yeah, so it's called lemongrass right now
Yeah.
because I like something that you can touch, smell, taste, all those sorts of like its senses, right?
Yeah.
And senses can bring out emotions, like it can bring you back, it can trigger different memories, and memories can make you feel different emotions. So I just like the idea of lemongrass for now. So what do you think in terms of drawing an outline? What could you see making sense? I think that looks better actually. This looks good. Or is it not visible?
Can't see the text.
Oh, hold
That's
on.
fine. Now you can.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, a bit.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah. What was your question?
So what, like, am I just drawing out the app or like?
Yeah.
Okay, so basically what I'm looking for is a place for immersion. I'm looking for a place to feel emotions. I want a place to feel emotions and different senses.
Are you left-handed?
Yeah.
Cool.
So immersion, to feel emotions, to feel different senses. And I think a place to undistracted, I think is important. Undistracted. And a place, and to do that all through storytelling. Like basically what I'm saying is that I think that stories on apps can be much more than sleep stories. I also think that they can be more than inspirational TED Talks. I think there's something between there, which is stories that are actually cultivating and allowing you to feel emotions and different, and using maybe eventually different senses, like getting you to imagine a smell, getting you to like picture to hear different sounds, like bringing in all these different aspects to bring the stories to life. So this is like kind of the main things I want this to have. Okay. If we're talking about it on an app, what I'm seeing, I'm just gonna draw like a phone. So this pen isn't great, but and then so what I'm thinking of is some sort of way to like connect, welcome people. So it's like welcome to a space to feel, or welcome to a space to. Is this erasable?
Just glass board.
Okay, I've run it. Okay,
It says glass
fantastic.
board.
Okay, fantastic. Okay, so I want it to feel like have a welcoming, and then I want it to like set a precedence that this is a different, like almost like the idea of walking into like a portal into a different world. It has to feel like, oh, we're somewhere else now, immersed in some sort of space where I'm ready to kind of like let go of the sound around me, the faces around me. Not like when I'm in now YouTube, I always feel like I'm just like a swipe away from like all my other apps. And I want to be in a place where it's like, welcome here. You're here now with me, like that sort of idea. And so in its most basic sense of like how it could like function, it's just gonna be like a welcoming, and then it's gonna have like an experience to click on, and then you have the experience. And the experience will be like audio. It might tell you to like stop listening. Maybe it'll like put the phone away while you listen to this. Now lie down, and then it'll tell you, hey, now pick up the phone and look at it here, and now let the phone back down. Or like, it could be kind of like very step by step, like but yeah, that's what we're thinking of right now in its most basic form.
Okay. Now, Adam, we only have probably 45 minutes left to build it. So we're gonna have to put something down on the screen.
Yeah. Okay. So, well, is there a way you can make this screen just have like a welcome text and then from there turn into like have that go away and then it just be like do your experience and then an experience where I could like
Of course.
put in a audio file or like a mixed audio video file or something.
Sure.
Yeah, that's basically it.
Let's draw it.
Okay. Hi. And then
start.
That's part one. And then part two is gonna
It's
be
fine, you can
like
erase it, it's fine.
part two is gonna be feel time. And that's basically it. Yeah, I don't know. What else can I help for like reference drawing and stuff?
I mean, basically, before writing any code,
Mm-hmm.
it's good to have like an idea of how things will be laid out.
Oh, okay.
You know, of how it will look. So basically, what you've drawn right now, if I would build that, I would have an app where it just says, you open it and it says hi, and then after that it will say feel time.
Mm-hmm.
So what?
So I'm thinking, like, you know, when you opened Calm, it
Yeah.
had like that sort of like just a blank screen that just like welcomed you or something,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
So that's what I mean. Like, it should be a blank screen with text on it.
Okay, cool. Can I like erase this?
Yeah.
For sure. We can have. You want two screens, right? It sounds like you want two screens.
Yeah, the first screen is just like a welcome, and like just some sort of like way for people to like become present and feel like they're being like interacted with.
Okay.
And then the next screen is like choose your experience or choose your feeling or choose,
Okay, so let's just draw it. What is the app gonna look like?
Well, there's that sort of it's a blank screen where words just kind of pop up slowly, or words just pop up that welcome the person. And then once that's done, then it can be maybe, I don't know, I'm trying to think of like, what's the kind of background that makes you kind of feel ready to experience, that brings up like emotions or thoughts or something like that. I'm trying to think of like maybe an image or something, or like some sort of texture, or like
It's entirely up to your imagination, man. I can't tell you what's gonna make a good app.
Oh, okay. So
like I'm not actually here to help you design it. I'm just gonna help you build it.
Okay.
You are the one deciding what you want to make.
Yeah. Okay. So then if I were to kind of like follow that that look, it'd be like a whole welcome thing where words come in and out for like maybe 20 seconds, like welcome to lemongrass, get ready to feel, and and sit for a little while, join me, and then it's like here, and then it pops up a couple of different. Let's just keep it simple. Let's keep it like just black right now. Yeah, and then like it's just gonna be the words pop onto the screen, like kind of slowly, like those different words, and then it finishes, and then like a couple of boxes appear with like here are like two different experiences you can choose from, like number one and then number two. Number one's going to be like I'm trying to figure out how we want to define it, but it's going to be experience one, and it's not going to be like here's a story about whatever. It's just going to be like story, a story about fear, or like a story about growth or something like that. And then the next one will be like a story about this coming soon, because that one won't be done yet.
Sure.
And then you just click this,
Sure.
and then it enters into like, I'm trying to figure out what it would look like, but it's an audio will start playing, and then there will be like some visual come up, but it won't be like, yeah, maybe we'll just keep it simple and make it an audio version first. So it's just like, please put the phone down, close your eyes and listen, and then it starts, something like that. Yeah.
Okay.
So pretty simple right now. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, let's draw everything here.
Okay.
And then let's build it. I feel this is two screens, right? Or three, maybe three screens now. Because you have a welcome screen, then you have a screen that shows the experiences, and you have a screen where you're actually listening to the experience, right?
Mm-hmm.
What that last one could be blank.
So it's hi, welcome,
Uh-huh.
and then it's like menu, and then it's experience. And so the hi is just text,
Mm-hmm.
appears. Menu is just like two boxes. There's the one you can click on, one that's like coming soon.
Mm-hmm.
And then this is just like, maybe this one will just be like an audio that plays where it's just like, please put phone down or something. Yeah. Pretty simple, right?
Adam, we have to actually draw it, man.
But I don't know like what actually draw like means though. Like
it means like, what is that? Like when you have the app open, okay, so would it say menu on the screen?
no, that's
Okay,
just a different
so
title, yeah.
So like,
oh, okay, so this is like what the drawing of it would look like? Okay, cool.
this is like us.
Okay.
This is the app.
Okay, so this is welcome.
This is the screen, right? So anything off of here is.
That's not going to be on the screen.
I don't know. Is this a screen or is this a box on the screen?
No, this is a screen. This is like three different screens.
Got it.
So here's like the welcome text that just appears in the middle here. And then this is the menu.
Yeah, got it.
And then this is the experience.
Okay.
Okay, and the menu are like two boxes that appear.
Okay.
And the experience is just like some more text that says like, put the phone down, please.
Okay. So
yeah.
Let's see. Let me see if I can show you what I mean. So here we have, I don't know, you just have welcome. And then maybe you also might have some other messages as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, so we'll come back to that. And then here, okay, you have two things you can click on.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to have any images, any introductory text?
No, I think this is just all black.
Okay, it's all black. Yeah. And then you have what's the name of the first experience?
I think it's like something like it'll be like a story about either it'll be like a story that makes you feel excited or a story that let me try to think of like what this one. I can't tell people how they'll feel, but I know the story I'm going to put in, and it's going to be like a story about self-acceptance.
So you literally have here on the screen a story about self-acceptance.
Yeah.
Okay.Maybe so like a story
of self-acceptance.
Self-acceptance.
Yeah.
Okay. And then literally this would be just
and this one
another
like,
story.
This one, yeah, and this one will be like a story of.
Okay.
And then I'll come up with another one that would work well for this, like a story of finding home.
Okay, perfect. And color-wise, we're down with black. This is super simple.
Yeah.
And then these colors.
Yeah.
Other colors.
Yeah. I think this is also like I think you can go off of like the Living Magazine like website. You see how it's just like black?
Got it. Yeah, and the font looks great.
You know what I mean? So just very simple. It'll be like a box that's just like that one box. You know, just like really simple right now. Once I have like if I could, yeah, this is a very basic. Yeah.
Okay. And then, yeah.
One other thing that we could use to replace black if we want in the future, is I think we could take a pretty sweet shot of the tea garden.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And so we'll do that later.
For sure.
Like, but let's get this down. But then we can maybe
black, and then like just background image.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. No, that would be beautiful.
Yeah.
And then here, text wise, like what? Please put your phone down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. For this experience, please put this phone away.
Put this phone.
But other ones will be like, yeah.
But still within reach of your Bluetooth earphones.
Yeah. It'll be something that people will just be like, okay, for this piece, we ask you to put your phone away, be in a quiet room, and close your eyes.
Uh-huh.
You know, other ones will be like, if you can, find a place outside. This one will be ideal if you're sitting outside in a park by yourself. If not, your room will be okay. You know, like just giving people like some pretext.
Do I have any ability to leave the experience? Or is it literally just this text?
You could have like you could have like a pause button.
Is there any visual? Okay. Is there any visual to it?
Not right now. No.
Okay.
There will be in the future for other ones, but yeah, this one's really simple.
So this.
Yeah.
Okay. And then so no time progress indication.
No.
Okay. And then when it's finished, do we just go back automatically?
When it's finished, it can be like, thank you for joining our experience, and then hear another one, or go back to the main menu, something like that. Or it could even be like, here's some behind the scenes interview with the person, or like shit like that too, right? That I can make.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we'll have maybe another screen.
Yeah.
And then from there, you can come back to here.
Yeah.
This one, obviously, you need, so back to the first screen, you have like welcome, right? So at some point, they're gonna go from here to here. How does that happen automatically, or is there something that they tap?
No, happens automatically. It'll be just like the call map.
After 1 second, 2 seconds?
Yeah.
2 seconds?
Let's see. Yeah, take it. So maybe even longer. Like, yeah, that one was too fast. I would like it to have even more time. Yeah, see, like maybe make it take it longer.
So actually, this.
So I think this one would take about 10 seconds. It'll be like welcome, next letter. It'll be like 3 lines, something like that. Yeah.
Wait, 10 seconds.
Yeah, maybe like 10 seconds.
Okay, that's quite a while.
Yeah.
Oh,
5 to 10 seconds.
Okay.
We'll play
5 to 10 seconds.
Yeah.
We'll do a bit of A/B testing on the users.
Yeah, exactly. We'll test it. We'll see how it feels ourselves too. Yeah.
We'll see how patient they are.
Yeah.
And then for here, I'm imagining the way you describe it, I'm imagining some kind of animation, right?
I imagine just like it kind of glows in and glows out kind of thing.
Oh,
yeah,
just
fade in.
Just this.
Yeah, just the words fade in and fade out, almost like they're breaths, like they fade in or fade out.
I know the perfect tone.
Fade out. Yeah.
So, and is it just these words or other words too? Welcome.
And then there's gonna be I don't know how the copy yet, but yeah, it'll be like maybe like three or 4 like lines of words. Yeah. Welcome, gone. You're about to experience something in and out. And then to join it out. Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Oh, so does it change? Does it fade out and then it changes to new text?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, okay, welcome to my app. It's great. Okay, something like this.
Yeah. I'll sit down and write that copy after. Yeah.
And then this is like a fade.
Yeah.
Okay. That's super. Yeah. Okay. Now I think this is basically what I like to have to start from. We can also do this on the computer as well, but like having a whiteboard, I think for me is.
Yeah. No, for me too. This is helpful.
So, what I need to figure out next is like, how do you want to get this out to people? Via a link, via an app download.
This would be great if it was like, I know it's annoying for people to download apps and stuff, but like I do think it would be cool to make this as an app.
You know, I think so too. I think so too. And what I'm gonna say is, because actually let's check on the time. Okay, yeah, we have we probably have like half an hour left.
Yeah, we've been up here for 24 minutes, so we can. How long you want to do?
We probably have half an hour left. So I would say what my goal for today would be personally would be, I think we should try and make an app. Probably if we need to. So we have a couple options for mobile apps out there.
Okay.
You got, what is this? Cool. So for mobile apps, we got this is really better. You got Expo. You got Flutter. For you, it doesn't really make that much of a difference, because you haven't really coded before.
No.
So in this, the one thing that might be nice, maybe we can actually I can actually just show you a little bit. So in Flutter, you have code, but then you also have no code. So maybe we could play around with this thing called FlutterFlow.
Okay.
I'm trying to think if there's a way that we can make this like a beautiful app that would still, you might actually be able to
Edit
play
yourself.
Okay. Without without having to learn, computer science. And,
please. No,
take the programming boot camp.
Yeah, I think just something that I can iterate on and build slowly to give the idea of something, so that if it's actually good, I can get people who know what they're doing to want to grow it more.
Yeah. So let me show
the
you.
quickest way to a V1 that I can play around with.
Yeah. So let's look at a couple of options. I go to here. So basically, one thing that Bronson and I used yesterday is Bubble. The thing about Bubble is I'm pretty sure they are not making mobile apps yet. They have unveiled here. They've previewed support for native mobile applications. So Bubble is off the table because they haven't actually released that yet. Another tool, that's one of the easiest tools for building apps out there.
Okay.
The next one is FlutterFlow. And FlutterFlow, you've used Webflow, right? No, it's okay. FlutterFlow is essentially this. It's this drag and drop. You can also look here if it's easy.
I like drag and drop. Have you used Wix before?
Yeah. So
I like Wix a lot.
So FlutterFlow would be a bit like Wix.
Okay. I dig that actually.
Yeah. So, and then that's sort of the next easiest. After that, you have tools like Expo, and you have tools like Flutter. Well, Flutter is actually just the code that FlutterFlow is built on top of. So you have Expo and Flutter. Now these require a lot of coding. So for me, it will take about the same time.
Okay.
However, I think FlutterFlow could be interesting. Now, the one thing that we should consider is just FlutterFlow. In order to publish it, you pay them $30. That's pretty much what I understand of it.
Okay.
The rest of these features for $70 a month, I don't think we need any of these. They do have, the $70 would be like one-click deployment to Apple and Google App Stores, but with the $30, I think it's like, I don't know, maybe it takes like half an hour to do it ourselves. So that's it. I would say those are the options. What do you think?
I mean, whichever one has the best UX for me is the one that I'm more likely to use.
Okay, let's do it. So honestly, given how much time we have left, we won't be able to get this today, but we can figure out how to use FlutterFlow.
Okay.
And then, and then we can just we can finish it next week. So, so basically.
Yeah, and then I can actually make that first piece of content by next week too. Yeah,
then we'll be all synced up.
Yeah.
So easy. I would say, the one other thing that I would like to check before starting on something like this is just, what do they have for collaboration? Not a big deal since we're in the same room. Okay. Then it gets very expensive once you want to have
per user per
real-time collaboration. We're paying $140. But we're here in the same room, so
Mhm.
not a big deal. But that gives me some ideas for the future. So I would say we should make you an account,
Cool.
but doesn't really matter which computer we build it on. But
Yeah, I mean, why don't we start building it here just because, well, we have my screen, right? So
sure, let's do it on your computer. Even
Yeah.
better.
FlutterFlow.
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it.
So
Okay.
bot.
Zola. Start for free. What a tempting button.
我们在做 APP。
好，Yeah 做得很快。My Chinese. I've not live streamed my Chinese before. Let's see. Sign in with Google.
We're about to pop off in the Dalu, man.
Yeah, sure. Let's see. Oh, cool. I am a small, yeah, definitely. Startup, founder, a friend, coworker, myself.
I hate these things.
Oh, do you have some coding experience? None.
Okay.
Okie dokie. So, what's
Okay.
going on? Okay. I'm starting a new one.
Guess so. First time I've used FlutterFlow, so you're teaching me now.
Oh. All right. Cool. And okay, create a project. So blank. Project name is TLM Lemongrass.
Yeah, codename Lemongrass. That makes sense.
Should I?
Sure. Maybe on. Oh, it's a bit much, but.
Oh, it's 10 minutes. Okay. No, we're good.
Nah, we'll come back to this.
So maybe this will get tutorials. So, okay, no, I'm done. Okay.
Oh, you just did the exact same thing I do every time I try out a new tool.
So yeah. So this is pretty much like Wix. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is an app. I don't have to code anything.
Yeah, and coding. So making the UI should be a lot like using Wix.
Okay.
Then what you've probably never done in Wix is you've never figured out how when one thing is clicked, it plays an audio, for example. I'm guessing not.
Like buttons and stuff? Yeah.
Logic.
Yeah.
Although for an app like this, we're in a pretty good place for logic.
It's pretty simple, right? This is not like calculating anything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so do we have an app? If we would look like up here somewhere, one of these, like there's a code thing there, right?
This thing?
Yeah, try clicking on that.
View code.
View code, okay. So this is actual application code. This is called Flutter.
Yeah.
And Flutter is a framework which is meant for cross-platform apps. And the main advantage of Flutter is that whatever you make, it looks and feels almost exactly the same on Android and iOS.
Oh, cool. That's fantastic.
So this is good for your use case.
Yeah.
It's not as performant as other ones, but it's still good for your use case.
That's okay. I don't
right?
need anything hard.
Like we're about getting the details. So it should be kind of pixel perfect.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, so I think you can probably close out of this. And so I think, oh yeah. So here, I'm actually just guessing. One of these should allow you to download something called an APK. We'll try that one. That's run in test mode.
So 2 to 3 minutes.
We can go back. If we go back, there's also, if you just go back to this other tab, there's also a preview button, the eyeball. And then this eyeball, I always block those. It's so annoying. This is literally, so this is actually
Beautiful.
the app right now. Like it actually says, if you would
drag
ship this, it would
elements.
actually say drag elements into this column on it.
Wow. Okay.
But-
Wow. Innovation.
So, and then there's one more feature that I'm looking for here. If we
Mhm.
go back, is like the download. Oh, okay. Yeah, is there like a download? There's a share. What about if we do this like drop down here? Is there like a download? It did say we have to upgrade for that anyways, but we'll find out eventually.
Okay.
So overall, this is pretty cool. Actually, go back to that settings. You see like if in these settings, we have all this stuff like, so Firebase, that's your database. So if you had users that wanted to save favorites, for example, then you could have a database of who has favorited which experiences. And then for, and then they have Stripe, so people can pay, Supabase on a database, but all this stuff is like way in the future.
Mhm.
But it just shows like how many possibilities there are
Mhm.
without coding.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Let's try and get some of the UI.
Yeah.
I
Let's
feel
do
like
it.
I feel like the design should be really easy, and then the other thing is like we just have to figure out how you can switch between pages and do some animations. So that's all we have to do.
Trying to get that.
I think it was maybe this one.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Okay, and this is widget tree. Oh, so this is kind of like building a website.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This, like, if you built a website, I feel like, oh, storyboard. That's kind of cool.
Mm-hmm. Yes, that'll be very similar to what we built.
So, sorry. It's morning and no, it's not. It's 11. It's 2 p.m. in Toronto.
It's okay. We're gonna get there.
Okay, so how do I just make this all a big black screen?
So let's
And
see.
how do I upload my logo up here?
Great.
Yeah.
So let's start by going to the tree, the widget tree.
Yeah.
And then I would actually, maybe we can delete some stuff. Like maybe
Oh,
we
the
can
app
delete
bar.
the app bar.
Get out of your app bar.
Okay, now we're closer, right? I would say we could actually, let's try and drag a text element.
Okay.
If we go to the top tab here, and then we drag the text into here, I'm wondering if, yeah, because we want to have some text, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And now we're getting there. I would say we want to figure out how to align it.
What is this? Wrap in column, wrap in row, wrap in stack?
This looks.
Wrap in stack? I just want to be able to move it around.
Yeah. So I think that what we're gonna have to do is probably go back to this here, and then okay, we're in the column. Somewhere over here on the right side, we need to we want to center things.
Yeah.
Right. So
Alignment.
there's a bunch of alignment stuff here, and I would probably play around with it. Like you have flex there. There's something called this one down here. It looks like, yeah, if we would play around with this.
Oh, there we go.
That's pretty good so far.
Yeah, and then I can do a little higher and lower. And the text itself is like, welcome to the new world. No, that's dumb. Text widget. Welcome. We're glad to see you. We're glad to have you join us. Okay. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. A widget style. going to be white. And it's typography.
Just fixing my camera. Give me one sec.
Oh, so I can actually change the size to 30. And then I can try and center this. Da-na-na. Da-na-na. Okay. Now I can like change the background. Layout elements. Okay. And now I want to add an image. Why did it choose this image?
That's a stock image right there.
Yeah, but how do I image? How do I change it?
We're gonna find the change feature. This camera just kind of.
What happened?
Oh, the camera just decided that it had enough, but it's okay now because I'm going to. The camera decided that it had enough with me, and just quit.
Too legit. Okay, I want to add an image, but it won't quite let me choose what the image is going to be.
Maybe on the right side, anywhere. Maybe double click the image, or because that's how it works in Webflow. What about this one here? Image? This thing? Yep, I guess you're about as good as I am right now.
Yeah, it's so funny.
I can't do that. Yeah, so
what's that?
okay. Did you get the text still in there, or?
No, I did not.
Okay, interesting. So I mean, at this point, I would literally just open a new tab and say, and Google just like FlutterFlow change image. Yeah, here, and then the first result is like this. So this is great documentation here. So here, then they select something here. That you did this already. Okay, we'll have a random image by default. Okay, great, thank you. And then they scroll down. So here on this right side, there is an option if we scroll down enough. Yeah. With the image selected. Oops, where'd the image go?
Go.
Try this to Control Z. Where's your image?
What have I done? Okay.
Here.
And then I go here.
There it is.
But how do I? But I want to put my own image.
Oh, that's not helpful. They're just allowing you to put in a URL. No, you're in. Close this. So let's see here. So they allow you to put in a path. Okay. So one idea I have is look here on the left side, there's this little image icon. And try uploading it into here. Okay. Almost fixed this camera issue. Almost. There we go. Here.
So it says, this app is not some audio doubling.
Unmute mode. Hello. Hello. Maybe this. Maybe I just mute this computer.
We can mute that one though. I think this one.
I've just muted the sound of my computer, so it won't make a difference.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Let's just do an open source. It's a nice, calming, merry weather. Okay. Cool. So this is all. I don't know why now they won't let me align them.
You know, honestly, the alignment stuff is like a lot of trial and error. But
Okay.
I can also.
Nice.
I also have like a little bit of myself of like an intuitive feel for aligning things, but it's very hard to like explain.
Okay.
It's mostly trial and error that I still do to this day to align things. But once you get a feeling of like the many settings here, so like for example, this here is like top, bottom, left, right, and then if you sort of maybe drag this handle with the mouse.
This one?
No, this tiny little handle here. Yeah, you kind of, can you drag that? No. Can you click on it? Oh, no, that wasn't what I was. There should be some way to
padding.
Yeah, to sort of change the padding around things. But this stuff is very doable to mess around with it.
Okay, so I got the basic project down.
What would you say would be the next step from here?
I gotta just figure out. I gotta get the text. I'm gonna get the text down of the welcome. I'm going to make the asset that can go in there. I'm just gonna make all the text and like draw out the. Like, how do I draw? Like, is there something I could use to like draw it for you? Like, is that what Framer is? Like,
Yeah.
clearly draw this thing, so it's like an idea of what it should look like.
I personally love using paper and pencil.
Yeah.
Like, or whiteboard personally.
But I mean, for me, it'll be easier, I think, to give reference to like what it should look like first, and then we can like try to code it or like use this app to get to that look.
For sure.
It might be easier for me, I think.
Yeah, and I think when you're drawing, the main thing is to use whatever you're most comfortable with.
Yeah, because I hate hand drawing stuff. Like, I'm very bad at it.
Okay.
I'm very bad drawer. So for me, like using Canva is drawing. You know what I mean? Like, it's drawing in ways my hands can't.
Oh, you use Canva.
Yeah, I can just use Canva and draw.
Oh, you're good with Canva.
Yeah, Canva is basically just like MS Paint on steroids for me, and MS Paint's like the most intuitive thing for me. You know.
Okay.
So the audio's not been going this whole time, eh? Do you want to like do an audio test?
It's been going.
It has been working?
Oh, hey, whoever's listening, can you hear us on the audio? Cool. I think it's going.
Hold on, let's go into this StreamYard.
Here, Sila. Test. Okay. Test. It's been, things have been happening on the stream.
Okay.
Let's just say that, and we'll see afterwards.
Yeah.
We'll see afterwards.
Okay.
But I like to just use whatever tools you're most comfortable with, and then we'll come back into FlutterFlow. What else you can do is you can try in FlutterFlow, and if you get stuck for like 5 minutes, just go into Canva.
I mean,
or just try some, or just move on to a different thing.
I feel like for next week, I can make all the assets put together for this, but I don't know how far I'll get with like actually building it.
That's okay.
Yeah.
What I would say for building is like, let's say you want to add another page and like add a button that goes to the next page, or just add a transition between pages. Maybe try for like 5-10 minutes. If it doesn't work, just write that down and then note it, and then the next time we'll do it.
Okay.
Together, and that way we're not like, your time is valuable. My time is valuable. Then we'll just split it up.
Sounds good. Okay, we made some progress.
How do you feel about this whole? How do you feel about this whole FlutterFlow?
Yeah, I think it's like just learn the basics. I mean, like it's just funny because like I'm not necessarily trying to learn how to become a developer, and I'm not learning how to like make apps for a living.
Yeah.
So if all it can do is like help me like get ideas on a page, and so far as like what an app could be like.
Yeah.
Without having to like hire a programmer just to get to the V1 stage.
Yeah.
That's helpful. So yeah.
And for your case, like FlutterFlow can do so many things that like you may be able to even get if the first version goes well, maybe even be able to hire a FlutterFlow guy and just do that for the second version as well. Because it's like, there's a lot of people using FlutterFlow. Yeah,
and I want something where it's like right now I don't know the best way to organize this. Like, so this is like good for me in terms of like I want to try this out, test it on 10 people, see what they say, go back to the drawing board, rejig it, you know? So just like that basic stuff is helpful for me.
Yeah, and one thing I noticed is minor, I noticed as we're going along, like which things are minorly frustrating for you. Like, you add an image and it doesn't immediately give you an option to upload an image, right? Or like you drag something to a certain spot, but it doesn't move to that spot.
To me, it seems such an intuitive thing to be able to do, you know?
Yeah, so I think those things are sort of just things that over time you'll get a lot more used to.
Yeah. Okay, cool,
man.
How do you feel?
Oh man, I feel good. I feel like I enjoy learning new tools, and this is a new tool for me. So honestly, that's very fun, and also it's going to be very rewarding when we get the first version of this out the door. You already have done the hardest part yourself, which is make the quality content, right?
Yeah.
And this is literally just a vessel to get that out to people.
Yeah.
And when it's finished, this is going to go in the App Store.
Cool.
So that's going to be like just a little bit cooler than making a web app, which is like a lot of what I've done so far.
Sweet.
Good work.
LFG. Thanks, James.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining in, people. Peace out.